today because I have been tagged. This tag started with Archie, young Archie. However, I was tagged by Bumblebee. By the way, Bumblebee, thank you so much for having tagged me. This tag has one simple question. What are the 3 orchids you would like to grow but you can't have? It's a simple question, but it's very difficult to answer, at least for me. And I had to think about it because there are so many orchids we love, but we don't have the conditions, the good enough conditions for them. And as humans, we have the tendency to love what we can't have. But as I said, I had a good thinking, and this is what I came up with. My first choice is the bee orchid, Orchid apifera. This is a terrestrial orchid, and I love it. It's so beautiful. It belongs to a group of orchids that are native to temperate climates in Europe. These blooms are absolutely lovely and velvety and such nice colors. And the interesting thing is that this lip evolved to mimic the body of a bumblebee that is meant to lure the insects and use it for pollination. In addition to this visual similarity to an insect, those flowers smell pheromones and have hairs that make the solitary male bees believe that this orchid is a female of his own species. These photos you are seeing now belong to a small group of orchid bees I found several years ago. They flourish in May and lose the aerial parts in the summer. They only resprout the next season if the climate conditions are favorable, meaning enough rain during the winter. Unlike epiphytic orchids, this species, Orchid apifera, has 2 small globular tubers that are buried instead of the pseudobulbs. After flowering, when Orchid apifera loses the aerial part and goes into vegetative rest, one of the tubers is already withered because it fed the plant during flowering, as you can see in the picture number 1. As autumn rains arrive, a new tuber begins to form. Image on the image is number 2, which will mature the following spring and will feed the new plant. In what concerns epiphytic orchids, I would love to grow bifrenarias. I love them. They are so lovely. If you can make them bloom, you will be rewarded with the most beautiful flowers on short spikes with an awesome scent. They need very, very high light, which I can give them. However, I don't think I can spare the space as they grow large, and besides, they take a long time to grow large. I bought a small one some time ago, 3 years ago, I guess, from Ecogenera. It was a small plant with no roots, as they usually sell them. And it took all summer and never grew roots, and I had to discard the plants. But I also know that they need very warm temperatures and lots of humidity. And mostly the warm temperatures I cannot give them. Without very high light and very warm temperatures, these plants might grow, but it will be very difficult to make them bloom. And in those conditions, I don't think I can waste my time. But, well, once, if by any chance I find a large one, adult, in bloom, I might not resist. But the possibilities are minimum. Anyway, we shall see. The future will tell. I also love cattleyas, and to tell you the truth, they've been my favorite genus from the very beginning. Presently, all my cattleyas are hybrids, except for labiata, but it's a recent purchase. I never made her bloom, so she has a new growth, and I don't know if I'll ever take good care of her, I mean, to make her bloom. I will have to wait and see. I would like to be able to grow a few more species too, but I must gain some experience first, because apparently they are fussier than the hybrids. Maybe someday. And this is it. However, I never say never. Because what we cannot have now, we may be able to have in the future. So conditions might change, whatever. So never give up hope. Thank you so much, Bumblebee, for having tagged me. And I want to tag 3 people now. And those will be Todd's Tropicals, Blanca Acosta, and Orchideya. And I hope you do the tag, because I'm so interested in knowing what you people that have so many beautiful orchids and large collections will have to say about your preferences, about the things you still don't have and would like to have and cannot. This is it for today. See you soon in another video. Bye!